31K, 31K, 32K, up or down, dump or pump? That's the real question that we're going to talk about. ETF approval upon us. ETF approval deadline upon us. So we're going to see what we have, and we're going to see if this is, or this can be, a potential catalyst for a dump or a pump. This is what I'm going to talk about today in this show. Welcome everybody. I've seen 15 people join here. Welcome guys, welcome. Good morning. Let me know in the chat, smash the like button if you're new, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what's up. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you're bullish. Let me know if you're bearish. Let me know what your main thoughts is. I'm gonna share you what I think, and also if you have joined our community, you already know where Bitcoin might be heading today, but I'm gonna talk about that as well. So let's jump right into the show. Hey, first of all, before we jump into the show, I want to put this up. Amanda, welcome. Nothing we do here is financial advice, only entertainment purposes. And very important, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button if you haven't done that already. So let's look at that Forex calendar. What do we have here? We have CPI coming in hot tomorrow. I mean, it's not hot yet, but we'll see what it brings. I think CPI is coming in tomorrow. It's 2:30 my time, so it's 1:30 GMT. Very important event, especially on Forex as well. We've got a euro short cooking. So this could be a great catalyst on Tuesday. Wednesday, we have PPI coming in, retail sales coming in, and yeah, retail sales and PPI. That's basically what's coming in. And then Thursday, unemployment claims, but then it's just riding the wave. So as we usually do, you know, the beginning of the week is usually the accumulation or manipulation. Then we see the distribution. This is what we're going to see here as well. We'll probably accumulate and manipulate before the PPI and before the CPI numbers, and then we'll see a potential distribution throughout the second part of the week. Let me look at the chat. Hello. Good morning. Greetings from Germany. Good morning. Let's go. Nice one. All right. Let's look at Banter Bubbles. Guys, everything is weak. I mean, red, you know? What is it? Green. That's what I wanted to say. Everything is green. Looking at the market, what is very interesting is that everybody's euphoric. You know, everybody is euphoric, and this is what I don't like. Look at FTT. Like, FTT is dead narratives pumping. FTT, I saw Luna Classic pumping. I don't see it up here, but it was pumping as well. It's just weird to see FTT on... Probably, you know, this is the coin of FTX, so it is coming and pumping on the news that FTX might be relaunched already, and they're working very hard, and the actual, you know, people who have lost money in FTX are not in that bad situation, so their money on the dollar does look pretty decent. So this might be the reason for a pump, but we gotta see how that goes. Let's look at the narrative that I'm thinking. So everybody's expecting. So if you look at this, you will see that we do have the Bitcoin ETF deadlines coming up. So ARC21 on the 11th, then the 15th, then in January we've got on the 15th. Then we have the 14th, 15th. So mid-Jan is gonna be a very important time. And my thesis for a dump or a pump could rely on this as well. I think the market is very heated right now. You see that everything is rocketing, so we're gonna look at, you know, we're gonna look at the total market cap, total 2, total 3. Obviously, if you look at Bitcoin, you will see, you know, Bitcoin basically going ballistic since the middle of October, pumping in at 40-50%. So we do see this happen, and the fact that the ETF is coming up, the final deadlines are coming up in January and March, which actually ties in I'm pretty confident that this is not by accident. So it ties in very nicely with the halving, which will occur around March, April. So like if you consider the whole situation with this and the previous dumps, we can take some serious conclusions, and this is what we're gonna do. I see 20 people here. I only see 9 likes. So guys, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Twitter, come over to YouTube, leave a comment, let me know how you feel. Let me know if you want me to look at some narratives and some coins. We will definitely do that. So come to YouTube and let us know that you're here. So let's deep dive into this. First of all, we see, you know, that there is massive buy up. So whatever happens on the market, if you look at the Bitcoin chart, you will see if we see a smaller dump, immediately what seems like a big dump, you know, we have a run up here, then we have a 6, 7, 8, 10% dump, easily gets bought up. So this is a very strong indication that we are indeed in a decent bull market, a beginning of a heated bull market. So we do see these dumps getting bought up. You see it here. You see it here. You see it here. So when a massive dump happens in the past, month, immediately gets bought up. And that's a very strong indication that there is a buyer coming in very, very nicely. Now the question really is that only pure retail? I don't think. Or it's engineered. The reason why I don't think also because I see all around the place that retail is getting wrecked. So a lot of people, get in on even if our community, in our community, there are some people coming in and saying, oh guys, we didn't take the calls you said or whatever, we took different calls on our own and then we got smashed, hammered, whatnot. Like we see people getting wrecked on these dumps, and that tells me that retail getting wrecked and immediately getting bought up. People probably have shorted here. What happens? Push through. So we do see that there is an underlying narrative, an underlying power, if you wanna say so, that is in play here, and this gives me high confidence that everything that we see here is engineered and manipulated, manufactured. Now, if we know this, let's look at. I want to look at the Dixie as well because it's gonna be important. We are going to see a little bit pullback on the Dixie and then a final push up to here. This will give us a nice edge on the euro. I think this is a great chance for DYDX crossing. We've got a trade coming up here. You know what, guys? This is in the community. I actually was just about to shield the community, but I'm gonna give this to you. So I gave this entry in the community. Let me see where it is. Let me see. I'm gonna shield this community for you guys. If you're not in the community, we have a London open call every single morning, where we discuss the trades. We don't give you the fish, we teach you how to fish. And you can just come into the community. There is a link in the description. You have to sign up with my link and then you can get free access until the end of the year. You come in here, you see all the wins that we're making. You will see even without a premium. So click on my link tree in the description and you did. The good thing about it is that if you sign up with BYBIT, you will get a chance to win an iPhone. So this is what I gave. This is the entry I gave, 301.05, and that kind of got hit right now. We saw a weak MSS here, and I do expect Bitcoin to dump, but this should be, we should be in this trade right now. We should be in this trade. Let me look at it. I hope it got executed. This was just a tiny touch exactly to the level. Yes, I am in the trade. Yes, I am in the trade. I'm in this trade. So anybody in the community watching, I'm on the live show here, so I can't update you guys, but I am in this trade. This is our first. Yes, people are saying it got hit. Yes. So we do have this entry here. We are expecting Bitcoin to dump a little bit, but then a massive pump. So the question really is whether this dump will be enough on Bitcoin to push this up. So it is a weak MSS, but this level is a very nice display. You see we've got a decent inefficiency here. Yeah, so this is a great level. Our entry was 3.105 and the stop loss 3.054. So this just got hit. I'll put my alerts in so we know what's up. And then I can update the community. So you guys in the community, I hope you're watching. It just got executed. I can't go in now and edit it because what we do is that we help people, like we actually guide them throughout the trade. So if you look through here, we have this BTC long that I just posted. We have this ongoing BTC long down from, let me see what the entry was, 35.091. So they're still going on, and then we just guide you through on that. Anyway, I can't update this now. I think this is gonna be an interesting trade. It literally comes down to our entry, touches on here and starts moving on. So interesting. All right, so what I was saying is that we have a great entry here on the euro. If that comes down, join the community, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, do all that. So in the total market cap, what we see is we see a little bit of wickery here, but the reason why I'm not even worried about this is because if you look at the daily and the weekly, if you look at the daily levels, this is a massive level all the way up here though because of the liquidity, but this is like a massive level. So we're not testing the highs on the total, we are smashing through the total, and that means that this here is a very strong push, and that tells me that we are definitely in the early bull, and we just need a little bit of pullback. So this is the discussion that we're gonna have today, whether we're gonna have the pullback now and then pump, or whether we're gonna have the push now and then have the pullback. Now, what I'm looking at on the total, we need to come back to PD, right? So that's the main idea here. Now, if you look on the 4 hour, you will see that we came back to PD here. So the actual area for us to come back to would be around 1.252 trillion, but all the way down to 1.193 could be a possibility. Now, it's very interesting because when you're in the bull market, you do not wait for these levels always, because what happens is that it does not respect necessarily the PDs, premium and discount zones. If you don't know what they are, I've talked about this. If you follow my content, you know what it is. It's like basically markets retrace 50% most of the time, and that's what we call the premium and discount zones. So it comes back to discount if it's in an uptrend, touches onto a certain level, and then moves on. So what we see in the bull is that a lot of times these PD zones are not respected as we expect them to be. So they are respected on certain legs, but they are not respected on the larger scheme of things. So what we see is that it comes down on a certain specific leg and then keeps moving on. So this is why we have to pay attention to internal POIs, internal point of interest as well, because those levels could be interesting for reversal. And this is exactly what we see here as well in total. So what I'm saying is that we definitely come down either to this level or even just to this level, touch onto this area down here and then move on. So we don't necessarily have to come back to the PD. Now, if we do not come back to the discount zone, that's also a bad sign, because that means that we still have a reason to come back down, whether it's a vicious wick like this or whether it's something a little bit more gradual bleed down, as we have seen in the previous times as well, where you see here, for example, it's like we peak, then we gradually grind down, we have a decent one, consolidate, and then pump. So we have to see what this brings to us, but just to keep in mind, the total could come back whether from here or from all the way up here to 1.7 trillion, which is the daily point of interest. We will have to see, and we'll take it step by step as we go. Total 2, same thing, same scenario. Very, very nice push. I'm expecting it to come back down. 500 billion, 580 billion would be the nice area for it to retrace. Total 3. We do see a nice close above here. Again, exact same scenario. I would expect it to come down to PD, potentially to the breaker here. But we'll take it as we go. Not that relevant, as we just see the coins rocketing, and then we'll take it step by step. Let me look at the comments. You talked before about using 2x most of your holding coins like a long-term trade. Isn't it better to use the underlying coin as collateral than to use USDT-based derivatives? Yes, can be. You can do that as well. Funding fee is different as well. You can use options as well. There are different ways of doing this. I just gave you a thought on what could be a possibility. But definitely, you gotta discover your sources. Mark, I'm in. Are you in the DYDX trade? Great. It's doing okay. We need to see a reversal now. So we need to see a break above here. That will be a great confirmation for us. But let's see, I'd rather put MSS here. So we need to see above here, but if we do see that, that would be great. Guys on the YouTube here, I'm giving you the nuggets because this is only for the community here. But you know, I love you guys as well. I'll have to figure out what the differentiation between, you know, the morning calls and the show and the trades and all that. So I hope I'm not gonna get in trouble for showing you this here. So, but I also took it. Good day, Nat. Good day. Luba is also in. Great. All right. So let me jump back into the whole scenario here. Bitcoin dominance, I am actually pretty... Luba is loving the morning calls. Great. Bitcoin dominance is actually doing a pretty interesting thing here. I was expecting Bitcoin dominance to push to 56, and I actually do still expect it. But we're having this retracement, and I can't help but think that this is actually just coming down for some kind of, you know, so we did not have the PD here. The same thing. We did not have the premium and discount. So the only thing I'm thinking is that it comes down potentially down to this point of interest and then moves on. I do not see Bitcoin dominance dumping now. I do not see it coming down all the way down here to the 50% level. I think we do need to reverse. And that will be resulted in a very, very decent Bitcoin rally. And this ties very nicely into my thoughts on Bitcoin and what we're looking for. So if you look at Bitcoin, guys, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and come to the community. You're missing out. It's free. It's gonna be free until the end of the year if you use our links. So you find every information there. We have it here. So if you join here, you will see you have to sign up. We want to find my exchange links, but when you get here, there's a join premium channel, and you will see all this. You click here, you get my link, then you fill out this form. Deposit $100. If you use BYBIT, you can win an iPhone now. So it's definitely worth doing it. In the description, you find everything. So what I'm looking at on Bitcoin is the following. Push, retrace to the PD. Push, retrace to the PD. Push, retrace to the PD. Push, nothing. So this thing is driven by massive... This was disbelief. Definitely disbelief. Question really is, what is this here? Because I am not sure that we are not in the disbelief phase, right? And if we are, what I've been expecting, let me just show this here. What I've been expecting is that we are going to come to the daily equilibrium up here. So my whole theory, I think DYDX. So we look at this accuracy, guys. This is why you should join the community. Look at this. Like, this was the entry. Like, look at this. I'm not even kidding you. I'm so happy this happens live. This, I gave this, what time was it? 9:38. So it's like an hour ago. I said entry 3105. Look at this. Comes down to 3105. Now the question is, are we breaking this? If we don't, we've got a problem, Houston. We might have a problem here. So we've got to see that. Okay. So if you look at Bitcoin, been expecting the 41,000 to happen, right? So if you have the 41,000 happen, that is the weekly and the daily equilibrium, right? So if Bitcoin and when Bitcoin comes up to that level, that will be a major decision zone. Now the question really is whether we will see Bitcoin coming down. Guys, some people texted me saying that the stream is bugging. Can someone say if I'm logging or if it's good, or can you please let me know in the comment if there's something on my side, or if it works fine? Please come to YouTube and let me know if there's something on my side, because then I'll try to fix it. So what I'm saying is that Bitcoin has to come up to the 41,000 region, right? So the question really comes down to whether that will happen before the ETF. No problem here. All good here. Okay, great. Thank you. So the question really comes down whether we will achieve the PD, which is up 41,000. Are we going to achieve that before the deadline in January and in March? Sorry, in March, January and March, right? Because we see here 24. We see here January 14th, January 15th, and we see the final deadline in March. Are we going to achieve that before those times, or we are going to achieve it after the deadline? So what the question really is, now I'm just still looking at the stream, sorry about that. So the question really comes down to whether we're going to dump now, and whether we dump down to 35 or all the way down to 32, or we're going to push to 41,000, then potentially get a rejection, and then see a massive dump down. Now here are the two scenarios that I see. It's just bugging me that it's so like this. Okay, let me just delete all this here. Cool. So what I want to point out here is that we will push to the 41,000. We did not achieve the premium and discount here. We did not come back down to the 50%. Currently, the 50 would be around 33,300, and there's an OB down here, which you will see. There's an OB down here at 32,500. So that's kind of the level that I'm looking at. 32,500. This is the main level that I'm looking at. I think we need to see a retracement here if we see a retracement now. What could happen is that we reject here. This is what we outlined in the community as well in the morning call. What could happen is that we come up, retest this order block up here, see a major rejection, and then come all the way down to 32,500. The second scenario I see, which is, in my opinion, looking at the sentiment, the more likely, is that we do see a push to the 41,000, right? And then complete the daily equilibrium. So if we do come up to the 41,000, maybe on some bullish news, maybe on an approval, maybe on whatever that is, but we do see a push to 41 or all the way up to the 48,000. This is the weekly POI. So So if you look here, you will see that this is like the weekly point of interest up here, 45 to 48,000. If you do see that achievement, then the 50%, the PD will be down here. Will be around 33 to 35,000. So I'm not saying that we're gonna dump now, but what I'm saying that the possibility is there to one, dump now to 32,500, right? And then we'll, reverse. If we see a lower time frame reversal there, guys, I'm gonna be extreme, like massive long. And when I say massive, I'm gonna be like very big long. So when Bitcoin comes back down, if Bitcoin does not take this high here and comes back down to the 32,500 and shows a reaction there, a lower time from MSS, we will take it in the community. But I will take a very big position. But we need to see a lower time frame confirmation there. So this might be the last time we see Bitcoin at 33,000. Last time it might be. The other scenario I see again is that pushing. This is the second scenario. DYDX is doing great. We just need to push through. We just need to push through here. The second scenario I see is that we will see a push now, which this is the more likely that I can see actually. We'll see a push now to the 41,000 region, and then may have the pullback back to the PD, which will be around $35,000 to $33,000. So the question really comes down. A lot of people ask me, how should I buy a spot and whatnot. You should already be positioned on spot. You should already have the position lined up. You should already have all the exposure, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Remember that, guys. Not financial advice. But you should already have all the spot exposure, in my opinion. I'm only talking about taking trades. And a lot of people say, I have people telling me like, oh yeah, but it doesn't make sense to trade because if you hold, you can't outperform the market. And I'm like, yes, bitch, but you can't eat waiting, It's fine to wait, it's great. But if you want to make money from the markets to buy bread, you can't wait 18 months for the bull to unfold. You need to make money. So this is the thing, like I'm not saying all this matters on spot. It doesn't, because if you buy at $40,000 and Bitcoin's peak is going to be 180, 200,000 in the next cycle, it doesn't really matter if you bought it at 35,000, 33,000, and 40,000. It doesn't matter at all, no matter what, whoever what they say. It doesn't matter if you buy in spot. But if you trade, it really does fucking matter if you buy it at 32,500 or you buy it at 35,000, especially if you consider it taking leverage, and especially if you consider that you have massive stop losses. So let me look at the chat. What will be confirmation in that case? A market structure shift. So a lower time frame market structure shift. I need to see a 5-minute market structure shift here. A high basically. But also it depends a lot. Also in the community we discuss a lot every morning. Guys have a lot of questions and we try to keep up with it. And we are working on the course, the pre-recorded course. But like it does matter if the MSS is happening like this or if it happens like this. There are liquidity concepts, supply and demand, support and resistance. There is different order blocks in play. So there are a lot of things that goes into it. And it seems like I don't want to answer, but it's difficult to give you an answer like, do this if this happens. That's not how it works. Also, like this is what we do in the community as well. If you look at this, like there are so many scenarios. I gave it today a BTC long. Look at this. And I said, not the BTC long, DYDX long. Yeah, exactly, you see? Same thing. Like, I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen on the market. I can tell you scenarios. So you see here, I said, first entry, 3.105, stop loss, 3.054. Second entry, 3.002, depending. If we don't break above the 3-minute now, right? If we don't break above the 3-minute now, then probably our second entry is going to be the winner. But I can't tell you what's going to happen exactly. What I can tell you is I can give you scenarios. I can give you possibilities. And that's what I'm giving here. I'm telling you what the scenario might be. So looking at this, the potential for us to see a reversal here is high, but also you have to consider a lot of other things. You will have to consider liquidity concepts. You will have to consider the OB that gets touched. Did it get mitigated? Did it get actually mitigated, or it got induced? Did we see a strong MSS? Did we see a liquidity being left behind? Was it a weak one? Like there are so many things in play that you need to consider, and this is why we help you, taking you step by step in the community. And this is why it's much better to do stuff there than here, because I can't explain really everything here when the market sentiment changes. So the main idea here, just to round up everything, and it's gonna be a short show today. We will see a push to 41,000 in my opinion. We will. So my sentiment on what we've discussed is that we are going to see a little bit of dump down. we are going to see a little bit of dump here. We need to take confirmation around these levels. We need to see a little bit of dump down and then a push to 41k. And if we do see that, then that's a great indication for me to look for a massive short all the way. Although 37,500, 600 is also a level where I'm going to be looking for shorts if we see a lower time frame confirmation, and then 32 is definitely the target. All right, guys, this week is gonna be interesting because I'm gonna plan a day and I'm gonna try to take that $30 that we have on Rollbit and take it to 1,000. Maybe we will start with a 10x. Maybe we'll start with 30 to 300 and then 300 to 1,000. I don't know, but I'm gonna try to do that. It will be a long live and it will be, you know, but we are going to do that. So it's gonna be very interesting. It's worth checking out the channel, guys. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Come to the community. Like, really, I know I'm be saying this, but scan this. If you're not in the community, you're missing out. Scan this, or there's a description. I mean, there's a link in the description. You can win an iPhone if you sign up with my BYBIT link. The community is going to be free until the end of the year. Already, people I think already made back the money that they would have paid for the membership in this first week. So I think we're doing pretty okay. And the most important, what we've been discussing is, you know, it's very important. I know how difficult it is to learn to trade, and you don't know where to go. You have so many con artists, you have so many people, you know, have no fucking idea what they're talking about, yet they're talking about it every single day, and people follow them and they think that they are the bad ones. They think they don't understand it. They think they're being left behind. And at the same time, the people who they are watching and they are consuming content from have no idea as well. It's just not understandable. So my pure purpose with this is also to teach you how to fish. I don't want to give you the fish. We talked about this on community call today. I don't want to come in here every single day and give you all the trades. I want you to come in here and discuss the trades with us. And that's where this whole thing is heading. We will have a course coming. You will be able to take the course, which will be a proper trading course, like a proper trading course. You will be able to take the course and then come with your own setups. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Watch out. Let me look at DYDX. If I gave you this now. Not good. Not good. We don't take this high, but we do create relative equal highs. Or is this equal highs? Let me look at it. 153. 153. Look at this. Up here you will see. Up here, there's the high. The high here is 153. 153. Someone wants this to push down. I do think this will play well. I don't think that we might come down to this level. We might come down to this level, but I think this will push well. And then when it does, I'm looking at least the 1 to 5 risk reward. So my final target is up here at 3.386. If you look at the 1 hour, obvious push. So we can go even higher than this. Let me look at the daily. I didn't even look at it. Oh yeah, so it's up here, 3.5758. We can go that high. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated in the community. Whoever's in there, whoever's not there, join us. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, smash the bell button as well, because I've got videos coming out. Oh, by the way, I have a leverage video out. You definitely should check that out. It's pretty cool. Yeah, see you in the community. Take care. Have an amazing day, week, and trade safe.